Today we're going to go through some frequently asked questions about Navionics charts. We're doing it on a Raymarine Axiom 9 Plus. Yeah. One of the questions we get asked quite a lot is what is the difference between Navionics Plus and Navionics Platinum Plus? So both have all the same basic features, including auto routing. But Platinum Plus comes into its own with the relief shading feature, which is this here, where you can see the depths of the water. So this is a side-by-side comparison of relief shading here. You can see it's a lot easier to see depths and sandbars, etc. And then standard, which obviously without relief shading is more like that. It's a lot harder to understand. As well as the satellite overlay, so it will show you landforms. So you can see the car parks, for example. If you're in a car park, you've got bigger problems. On an Axiom, it's nice and easy to turn things off and on. So you go into the settings for the chart, layers, and you scroll down, turn relief shading on, coverage, land and sea, and then that will show you the different colors. So red's quite shallow, obviously. I mean, if we were to go further out into the channel, you got there, so you can see there's a nice sandbank in the middle of the solent there. A lot of people, a common misconception about relief shading is it's just for fishermen and fishing boats. I don't tend to agree with that. I think it's really nice just to be able to glance and very quickly see that there's a shallow spot coming up ahead. As well as sonar imagery and aerial photos. Also on some chart plotters such as B&G, Simrad, Lowrance and Hummingbird, there is a feature called 3D view, which turns the chart 3D, a bit more like a sat nav. Another question is, what is auto routing? So auto routing is the ability just to press somewhere you want to go. So let's say we want to go see the needles today. So you press and hold, and then route to, and then builds you a route. So through the channels, navigating hazards. It's indispensable when you have an autopilot, but also when you don't have an autopilot, it is just a nice, easy way to get around, especially if you're going on a longer passage where you're not as familiar. Obviously, safety-wise, you still have to check the route it's given you, but it does come up with a list of hazards and places to check on the auto-routed chart, but it is indispensable. It's a great feature. So as you see, it's created me a route, and it's coming up with check route. So we're just going to check routes. It will give you the minimum safe. So when you get the Axiom or the chart plotter, you put in the boat details. So this is all my boat's details. Minimum safe width would be about 3 meters. Safe height would be 1.8 meters, just because you've got the radar arch. And then the minimum safe depth, I've set up a bit just to be safe. I have a draft of about 0.9, but I run it at 2.4 just to be safe. Obviously, you need to put the bow's GPS in, which is where your GPS is located in the boat compared to the furthest part of the bow, and then the boat length, just so it knows where you're going. So once it comes up here, it will come up with what you're doing. So it's going to take us out of the harbour, not across the small ships channel because it's shallow, out to the first fort, and then across outside the front of cows, and then along, following the channels. And all you have to do is press follow route, and then go back to where the boat's based there. And as you can see, it's not as easy to see with the relief shading on, but it's giving you a nice clear route. So the nice thing about all Navionics charts is you can change the detail levels on the chart plotter itself. To do that, you press the 3 lines there to bring up the settings, down to the settings button, then layers. You can go for low detail, which is nice, simple, medium detail, which is what I normally run on, and then high detail. The high detail gives you a lot more, so it gives you the minimum depths all over the chart, etc. You can also turn on tides, so then that will give you the tide flow. So as you see there and there, that's what the tides are doing. And then obviously you can still turn on your relief shading, etc. just from this page here. Another common question is, why is my Navionics Platinum Plus chart not working? There's a few reasons for that. So when you first get out of a box, you have to activate your subscription. When you buy the Navionics Platinum Plus chart, it comes with a year free updates, and a year before you have to pay for the features. After a year, there is a subscription-based system. Some people are put off having to subscribe yearly, but most charts will come with a yearly subscription. Obviously, Platinum Plus does have a slightly larger annual subscription, but we think it's worth doing. So first thing to do is plug it into your computer and download the Navionics chart installer. Then you download the actual area onto the chart and activate it all there. Then when you plug it into the back of your chart plotter, if it's still not working, there is a few easy things to check. Check that it's up to date, but if you've plugged it into your computer, it should be up to date. The other very easy thing to do is just go into your settings, your chart settings, and then just make sure, for example, it's not on a world base map, which would look like that. Obviously that's no chart, so then you'd go three lines down to settings. When it loads onto the cartography page, and then just click the Navionics, and then it will all load nicely into that. If you've just bought your Navionics chart, there's a few things you need to know. So first time you get it, unbox it, plug it into the computer, and just check for updates and register it. Doing that, it will come in a large SD card format. To then plug it into your chart plotter, you'll have to remove the micro SD card, which sits at the bottom in the middle. You just slide your finger along it and pull it out. That will make it fit in any chart plotter. So another question that we get asked quite a lot is, does it automatically tell you that there's updates? It doesn't. There are updates most days, but most of which are tiny and not worth doing. So we recommend to update around once a month, but obviously in the Solent, if it's somewhere you know very well, for example, I don't update it terribly often just because I know where I'm going, and the only thing that really moves is sandbanks. But it is always worth keeping an eye on it. Just to check, you just plug it back into your computer and check on the Navionics chart installer. Navionics charts can be confusing depending on what chart plotter you have. So there's four main Navionics charts. You've got Navionics Regular, Navionics Platinum Plus, Garmin Navionics Regular, and Garmin Navionics Vision Plus. So if you've got a Raymarine, Lowrance, Simrad, or B&G chart plotter, you'd be looking for a Navionics either Plus or Navionics Platinum Plus chart. These will work in any chart plotter basically, apart from the newer Navico, which is B&G, Simrad, and Lowrance. Their new units, you'd have to use CMAP, which is a whole another ball game. Garmin chart plotters, you have to use Garmin Navionics for. It's still the same chart, same data, but it's got different code in it, so it will only work with a Garmin chart plotter. Unfortunately, you can't use a Garmin Navionics chart in a Raymarine chart plotter or any other brand. It has to be Garmin Navionics for a Garmin chart. On our website, the charts suitable for Garmin chart plotters will say Garmin Navionics on.